Phenomenal morning, phenomenal morning. It is February 20th, 2023. Presently 7:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I just wanted to start out by saying I'm walking my talk and practicing grace. So when I'm a little tardy like this, that's all, practicing grace for sure. But yeah, 7:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this beautiful Monday, February 20th, 2003. I wish you peace. I wish you love, prosperity, and abundance. Healing in your mind, body, and soul. This is a meditation that we have here planned from Spirit Tribe Awakening Meditation channel on YouTube. We have shared quite a few of their soundtracks, their healing tracks on the Empress Black Network under Miss Black Vibes. If you've never checked that out, I encourage you to do so by visiting Experience Black International at marissablack.com. It can be located when you tap on the menu button um, and go to the OG Lounge, or you can just hit the remote and access the Empress Black Network there. All right. So, a little updates. Much gratitude and appreciation to all of our phenomenal podcasters and content creators, in the YouTube space with the high level conversations and, the fifth dimensional awareness um, based content. I'm very much greatly appreciating, having so much to share and choose from. Um, with what I'm doing over at Empress Black Network at empressblack.com. So I want to just shout out, all you special people that do your special work. Keep up the great work, and I wish you all the success, abundance, and prosperity that you most definitely deserve. All right, so this is where we tap into the energy for the week. As I stated earlier, um, I did our OG's United Energy forecast on Sunday, which is where I use our Isis Oracle um, deck along with the Egyptian Tarot. I get more practical um, messages. I feel like messages for the billionaire mindset individuals, the small percentage of people who, need practical guidance, clear, direct, you know, instruction and, clarity so that they can stay focused on, their priorities, the things that are important. So with that being said, um, those are the decks that I use to get our OG's United Energy forecast. Unfortunately, that reading was about an hour and 15 minutes or so long, one of the longer readings I think I've ever done, or at least I've done in a long time. And the messages were quite clear, on my end. However, the audio was not great at all. It was not great at all. So, with that being said, um, that message is kind of strenuous to listen to, but I still posted it on the Empress Black Network for anyone that wants to try to strain to listen and, get what they can get from it. But there was definitely a great deal of confirmation that we are in the new earth. Fifth dimensional living is where it's at, conscious awareness, ascension, self mastery, self actualization, that's where we at with it. So the previous week there was a message that came to me and which inspired me to title Her Story Newsletter 7, United in Divine Light and Love, in which I share, some material and great words of wisdom from, the good brother, um, Grandmaster Jay, as well as Shabazz the OG, on different interviews that, they were a part of that we've shared on the Empress Black Network. And as I stated in yesterday's broadcast, that the audio was pretty crappy. Um, Prior to going live on that Sunday, I was disappointed. I'm going to wait until the signal picks back up because there's an interruption. But yes, I was a little disappointed with something that I saw news related, current event wise, from, some young African American teens and police, you know, um, irresponsible behavior and professionalism from police regarding managing young children. So, with that being said, I decided to just share them instead of me getting on here and turning up potentially live. But I got back to, reading the energy yesterday, and we had the the Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth, Divine Truth, and Light, along with the Ace of Cups, which is emotional cleansing, purification, rebirth, restoration, all of that. So we got that with the World, crowning the Hierophant, you know, master teachers ascending and leading. All right, so we're gonna get a masculine and feminine energy. I only wanted to, pretty much revisit that because the audio from yesterday, like I said, was what it was. I still posted it for those who wanted to see the cards and, intuitively get the messages for themselves. But yeah, that's the summary. All right, indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. At Pretty Profitable Grooming, that is most definitely what that project is founded on. The importance of having a strong intuition to be able to make clear decisions, when you need to in any area of your life. That is very important. And we have love. I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And our central energy is grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So this week we are going to be transmuting grief, um, which makes sense because yesterday I was inspired to title this, you know, what did I title it? Let me go back. The Healing and Forgiveness. And this is a mentally elevated morning experience, episode 36. The healing and forgiveness. So, with grief being our central energy, that only makes sense. All right, let's go a little deeper. with our mahogany tarot deck. I'm hearing someone's feeling like they might have missed out on an opportunity in love from being indecisive, not being clear in their mind and their heart. And subsequently, they're dealing with the grief of that at this time. The Hangman, right under indecision. That only goes together. Look at this. Come on, the Two of Pentacles. All this juggling, unclear energy is about to be aired out, cleared out. Somebody's about to gain enlightenment and clarity if they have not yet already. The Seven of Swords, under grief. I'm hearing what goes around comes around. Karma is real, you know. The Seven of Cups, Lord have mercy. With the King of Cups. This King of Cups keeps coming in this position. This is the energy of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, astrologically. This is dealing with our heart space, our emotions, love. So being indecisive and managing the grief behind what looks like a love lost situation. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Clarity, Truth, Judge-like energy, you know. The Two of Cups, the Moon, the Devil. The Devil, the source of confusion. That's what he do. Fear and confusion. With the Knight of Cups, crowned by the King of Cups. This is crazy. Oh, with the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Come through. Come through. All right, so we got the same outcome that we got yesterday, with moving through, healing through, doing the work, the inner work individually as one human being, man or woman, king or queen, god or goddess, in order for you to become a king or queen or god or goddess, and be able to walk in that title, live, you know, have the habits and practices and the mindset that represents those titles, in love and light, which starts with the self love and recognizing the light within, you know. So these are our light workers here, our divine partners, you know, um, are people who are responsible for a lot in life. So they're required to be with someone that they're supposed to be with, that is a divine counterpart, a divine partner, that the core of their connection is love. And the process of getting there is indeed a heart wrenching, heartbreaking need to heal mentally and emotionally process. The hangman crowned by the Queen of Swords is um, someone taking time to see any given situation from a different perspective, um, a higher perspective. So when they're in need of a perspective that is greater than their own, they go to someone of higher counsel, potentially a feminine energy with the Queen of Swords. Um, she could be like a judge, like a master teacher, someone who is into astrology and the occult, um, higher knowing, hidden knowledge, high priestess like, you know, but more masculine, in her feminine energy. Very analytical, neck up, strategic, sees things from multiple perspectives to make, you know, wise, responsible decisions. This is a Queen of Swords in their high vibration. They're someone good to give guidance and clarity to others. Um, this energy is represented by Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius astrologically. And yeah, they can also be very blunt and assertive in their communication, so F your feelings type of energy sometimes, but they mean well. They just want to be clear and direct. They don't like to repeat themselves, for sure. We have the Two of Pentacles crowning the Two of Cups. So this is someone weighing matters of the heart practically. Um, they're wanting a long term, stable commitment with someone that they can build with and create an abundant life with. Um, so, this is someone who is looking at things from a logical, practical standpoint, but also considering what their heart feels, what they feel emotionally. Um, this is definitely someone who is marriage minded and tries to do things right the first time as much as possible. In real life, we don't always know what that is and how that looks, but you know, I can tell the core of this person's being that they do their best to at least try. The Seven of Swords with the Moon. Um, if this is the same person here, the same energy, which it looks like it is, someone who might have been, unfaithful, um, in a commitment, in a union, a partnership, a relationship with someone that they love, and the devil got the best of them. They were confused, you know, and made decisions that had them creeping, creeping. thinking they getting away with something, but what's done in the dark always has a way to come to the light. Moon cycles, illuminate, you know, when the moon is full outside at night, it's a little bit brighter. You see a little bit more than you could when it was completely dark. So the message here is to learn better, know better, do better. If not, grief will, find its way into your emotional feeling space eventually. With the Seven of Cups and the Devil, this is telling me that someone needs to take a mental detox, as well as an emotional one. Reduce, if not completely eliminate, like television, watching television. Um, I would say listening to the radio and TV, and I'm saying that because radio and TV have commercials, and you can't control those commercials or whatever. So you're picking up all kind of different messages all the time that are subconsciously, programming you and instilling fear in you and contributing to poor decision making or lack of clarity, in your life. And watching most of the stuff that, we've been provided in media, news, television, and all that type of stuff, um, lowers our vibration. It brings us down energetically. It keeps us in a state of fear and confusion and dependency, of some sort. So with that, that's what I'm getting here with the Seven of Cups and the Devil. Someone lacked clarity, in what they felt and what their true thoughts were. Um, and they might have been receiving poor guidance, from their environment, from, guardianships or whatever, however that goes. You know, I'm just hearing seeing toxicity and knowing. That's all you know, because that's all you've seen. And that is what people end up living out. That brings about indecision and grief and keeps them disconnected from love. That keeps them from evolving, you know, emotionally, becoming more emotionally intelligent, is what I'm hearing. Because everybody knows the King of Cups is the King of Love. That was your R&B singers. I love, 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 love you. Yes, the King of Cups. From his Knight of Cups situations in life and experiences that produce those, melodies of love. But this is most definitely confusion around your feelings, your emotions. You see these smoke clouds in the back of these cups with the dragon, the reef, your jewels, your castle. These are your dreams and aspirations, what was really truly your dreams and aspirations and what was something that was programmed into you by, you know, the enemy, the devil, the 1% that wants to keep you, a customer, a number. With the King of Cups crowning the Knight of Cups, this could be, like I said earlier, the evolution of becoming more emotionally intelligent and evolving, you know, and becoming emotionally grounded and stable. um, expressive in a healthy way. You know, you're not falling out, crying. But if you feeling some type of way and, the tears want to come up, you can shed them tears, with your back straight and just knowing that, it's all good. This is a moment, this is a season, and I'm human and real life happens and we gonna get through this. That's the King of Cups. That's someone who is stable and grounded enough for this type of commitment, this type of responsibility, this type of union, you know, where there's mutual respect, love that produces abundance and prosperity. I'm talking about the type of union where you ain't worried about what's going on, when you're not present, when you're not together, because you know that the core of that union is based on love, not somebody confused still trying to find themselves in these streets, charming women or whoever out of their panties with them sweet nothings because they don't listen to all the favorite rap songs that talk about all the most degrading things, and that's that what they believe. How women are in many cases and act like this and find themselves trapped in toxic connections that produce, you know, unhealthy living, being. Take that D off of devil, what you get? Evil. Flip that around and live better. Flip that evil around and live better. Okay, all right. Let's clear this up with some hidden truth oracle. With the Seven of Cups, that could also be brain fog, you know, um, lack of clarity from overconsumption of sugar, alcohol, um, anything that pollutes the mind or other organs that cause pollution of the mind. The thing about anatomy, we learn that everything is connected. So with this King of Cups energy, with all these cups, emotional cleansing comes when one decides to detox and drink more water. Um, I'm hearing chlorophyll, adding some chlorophyll drops to some water. That green will help with purifying your body as well. And in that purification, you'll become clear in your decision making and release the low vibrational feelings of grief. All right. And you're able to exist in a place of love. And that's all the fifth dimension is, 5D, is what is it? Resonating with being in synchronicity with The love vibration. All right. I wish I had treated you better. I want to feel that way again. I am afraid to contact you. You were the best thing in my life. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I know I was a distraction from your pain. All right, so overall, what I'm getting here is we have to be mature and responsible. I'm talking to adults and mature young people. We have to be responsible in figuring out who we are as one human being by ourselves. Um, and in doing that, we're able to recognize other people, because other people, we're just mirrors. We're mirroring one another. We're opportunities to, we're giving others an opportunity to see themselves through us. And vice versa. We get to see ourselves through other people when we connect with them. And sometimes, we see the love, the good, and sometimes we see the opposite. If hate and evil exists, that's what comes to surface. So, um, with that, a lot of times people will choose to distract themselves from healing their pain by substance abuse, and that can come in forms as far as, food, eating unhealthy, foods too much, um, drugs, alcohol, sex, shopping, you know, people distract themselves from the pain in many different unhealthy ways in many cases, which leads to, poor health of the mind, body, and the spirit, soul, all that. And as I stated, when we learn anatomy, for those of us, who likes to see things from a scientific standpoint, I can give you some of that too with the spiritual mixed in. It's all connected. So when you have situations where I wish I had treated you better, I want to feel that way again, I am afraid to contact you. This is all, regret, poor decision making, trying to, live in double, triple, quadruple lives. Got, the family over here, the family over there, and the family over there, and the other ones don't know about each other. All that DNA mixing. We got technology these days that's bringing all that to life, to light. I mean, you know, to light. So people are now being challenged to, sit with the manifestations, what they have produced in their lives, and trying to learn from it, grow from it, and be better. Ain't no point of sitting in it, being depressed, sad, and kicking your ass and trying to kick somebody else's ass and, you know, getting drunk, domestic abusing type of situations is a real thing. I'm only saying it because it came up. Oh, yeah, it ain't just the media. It trickles down in the household where, people done took on more than they can chew and creating, families, bringing children into the world, having sexual encounters with, people who were never meant to be connected together and creating children and households that are end up eventually divided because they was never united to begin with with a healthy foundation. And then we have the system. child protective services, adoption and, foster care in place as the supposed to be solution for this. 9, heal. See, the thing is, I'm going to talk to, whoever going to get this, like I talk to, you know, my loved ones, my family. It's okay to take an honest look at yourself in the mirror by yourself, no makeup, no expensive ass clothes or cheap ass clothes, however you decide to, dress and adorn yourself. I don't care. But, look at yourself without all of that and look yourself in the eyes and, be honest about what you see and feel to yourself. You ain't got to have this conversation with nobody else. I promise you, the Most High God, the Creator, the Source is there. And trust and believe the devil is too. The devil's going to be louder, tell you stuff and remind you stuff about yourself that ain't got nothing to do with the truth of who you are. Oh yeah, that energy is going to be there too, the adversary. But God going to be there too, quietly sitting there, letting you say, feel, feel me, I am here. When you can feel me, you can hear me. And intoxication, you know, pollution of the mind and body keeps you disconnected from your feeling body, your emotional body, your King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups energy. The queen ain't here, but she always here. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson, is what the King of Cups has understood, that anything that he felt like was done to him, anybody that betrayed him and hurt him and broke his heart into 1,000 little pieces and stabbed him in the back 1,500 times with the 10 of swords, he's grateful for those spiritual lessons that develop him into a wise leader, whether that's in his I was waiting until the signal picked back up because, every once in a while when I say something producive, conductive, about the divine masculine, you know, it's always got to be an interruption here because they need to know the truth of who they are, clearly. I'm here to remind the reality is, evil, the devil, you know, one eye open like CBS, need for you to be distracted, intoxicated, confused about who you are, indecisive, disconnected from love, so that you will be a dependent in their system, unable to ever achieve your 10 of Pentacles. And that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, the Most High God. Ra, Allah, Ashe. Peace and love. Till next time.